our country is pretty firmly divided right now. There are people on both sides that are angry with the other side, and nobody really wants to have a conversation with anybody that disagrees with their point of view. This is not the peaceful model that's talked about in the Bible. In Romans, we're told to live at peace with everybody as far as we can. Living at peace with everybody is difficult because some people refuse to get along and with other people and just kind of are married to their position and the things that they've been told by other people or the things that they believe because of this or that or their life experiences. And it's very hard to live at peace with everybody. But this is our challenge, and I think it's a worthwhile one. The first thing that I think we should think about when we're learning to deal with difficult people is realizing that we can't please everybody. I think it's important to refuse to play games with people or straddle the fence. I think that the realization that no matter who you are or what you do or what you believe, somebody's not going to agree with you, and it's going to be impossible to try to please everyone. Another thing that's good to remember when dealing with difficult people is understanding that you need to say no to unrealistic expectations. It's important to orient people to reality sometimes, but to do this from a position of love. Ephesians 4:15 tells us to speak the truth in love. Come from a position of love. If you're approaching somebody from a position of love or talking to somebody from a position of love, it's pretty hard to screw that up. If you're not coming from a position of aggravation or hate or anger, you can go a long way toward living peacefully with somebody. You don't have to necessarily agree with someone to live peacefully with them. We forget that Palestinians and Israelis and Jews lived peacefully. They live peacefully now together in some areas of Israel. We only focus on the conflict. We don't focus on the folks that are able to live peacefully together. I think if we'd spend more time focusing on the people that are able to live peacefully together, we may learn a little more about how their behavior affects the bigger picture and what it is they're doing right. But that's just my opinion. Another thing the Bible tells us to do when it comes to difficult people is never retaliate. In Matthew 5, we're told to turn the other cheek. Never repay evil for evil. In another part of the Bible, it says, don't retaliate against people when you feel offended or somebody's done you wrong. It's very important not to retaliate. Another thing that the Bible tells us to do concerning difficult people is pray for them. Because you see, if we pray for our enemies, if we busy ourselves praying for our enemies, it's awfully difficult to hate them.